couple times.
Okay.
So once I'm here, you go ahead and do your thing. So clench your jaw up for me and release it. And one more time, clench, good, and release. Now slide your jaw out toward me, and then pull it back and use my fingers to pull it backward. And one more time, slide out to me. Left side's getting it, right side needs to work a little more. So when I slide back, I gotta use the right side of my head to pull my jaw backward. See if the tongue can go up and roof your mouth, maybe that will help. So slide it out to me. And then could I pull it back using my fingers there? Can I pull my jaw backward using my fingers? Yeah, that's a little bit fuzzy for
Yeah.
you.
I can barely, I don't have good proprioception there.
That's right. You have it okay in the closing, so put your hands over your own ears and clench your jaw closed. You should be able to feel a bulge if you need
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah,
Feel
yeah.
that?
That I can feel.
It's the
how it
back.
relates to the back.
Yeah, so the muscle looks kind of like a fan like this, so see how my fingers are like kind of vertical in the front, kind of fanning in the back. It's the back part of the muscle that pulls the jaw backward.
Okay.
That's what stopped from when I was having you stick your tongue out and you were like, weird, my jaw's trying to do it. It's because this muscle's not currently mapped.
Okay.
So when you practice, you put your fingers there and you slide your jaw backward toward your fingers. So I gotta practice one more time for me. So slide your jaw posterior, so like this. I'm sliding it backward, but leave your fingers where they were. I have to use that
hair.
muscle. What is that?
I have too much hair.
Yeah. So slide it backwards and use your fingers there. Yeah. So I'm going to just assign you to look through this jaw mapping thing to be like, okay, what's the rule? Up and down, side to side, front to back. I gotta just go through the movements. I'm going to tell you as your coach, the least good movements are to the left and back. So you practice those movements because those are just the least clear right now. And then you go, this is just a thing I practice in rehearsal whenever they're working with sopranos or something. You're like, I've got some time. I'm going to just practice my jaw slides while I'm in the singing space. Any questions on any of that stuff?
No.
Okay. Let's make it a little more mixed quality. Let's do nya, 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 nya. For now, let's make it a nasalized quality. Let's try two extremes. Can you spread your mouth as wide as you can and do it? Here we go. If you go the opposite extreme, make a very narrow mouth. Use your fingers to help you, like this. We're going to make a very narrow shape. Keep that narrow shape, and I still have my tongue forward. So, my tongue's still going to be in the front, even though I'm not going to widen my mouth. One more time, fingers on. Here we go.
Okay.
You're going to open your mouth and you say ah, ah, ah a few times. So like staccato. Go ahead and try. Ah, ah, ah.
Ah, ah, ah.
One more time.
Ah, ah, ah.
Good. Can you watch it?
Yeah.
How's the light here? Let's see. Ah, ah, ah.
Okay.
Can you see mine going up and down?
Yes.
Can you try to do that for me?
Ah. Ah. Ha.
It goes up, just not down. So can you get it to release down? So watch one more time, right? Ah, ah, ah. It should spring up and be able to release down.
Ah. 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 Ah.
It's slow on the way down.
Yeah.
You can do it, but
Yeah.
it just takes you a second.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
So this is a really good drill for the ear popping thing. Can you see it occasionally with my leg?
No, I can see it.
Yeah, great. So practice a couple more times and then we're going to sing. So it's got to go up and down.
Ah.
Up and down. Up, up, up.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, let's go up. It's got to go down.
Why does it not want to do that?
Well, it makes sense with your jaw, right?
Okay.
It's just like, how many times have you been told or thought, lift your soft palate? You're really good at lifting your soft palate.
That's
It
true.
just doesn't want to lower. And so remembering that lowering is part of mixed belt because nasality lowers pressure. I need to make sure I'm not stuck up. I need to be able to be flexible enough to also lower my palate. And if doing a nasal scale is like, whoa, this is weird. Like, yeah, look at what's happening back there. I'm really good at doing Benjamin Britten. I gotta be able to get it to go down. So that's better on. That's it. You got it. So yeah. Up and down. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's it. Oh, awesome. 2 more. Good. That's much better.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Now try
That feels like my voice.
yeah, that sounds like yours. So,
Like legit, I feel like sometimes I open my voice and I'm like, who is this?
yeah, well, here's the thing for you. Like, I mean, in all the years I've known you, like, you have a very sizable instrument, so the differences are going to be very legible, which I think is good, but it's something that it can feel a little threatening.
Yeah.
Because you have a voice that's not as big as yours, the differences aren't so obvious. It's just very, very clear. But that one, I agree with you. That sounds like your voice in a mixed quality. And I want you to take away from today, well, my job as a choral singer is currently making my palate stiff in just the up direction.
Yeah.
And that's not better in terms of like function as a human or as a singer, in my opinion. And the proof's kind of in that. And like always with you, you're very good physically once you know what the drill is. You just gotta actually know what the drill is.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I see. My palate, my levator, my lifter of the palate is like, boom. My lowering muscle, which is called palatoglossus and palatopharyngeus, those muscles are like, no, we don't actually understand how to work. And that's going to make your belt mix feel very stiff and feel like either like it's trapped or that it's not a belt mix. It will feel like one of those 2 extremes.
Yeah.
So I just love how good you were visually with that. I'm going to share with you my rule, which is when I'm washing my hands, I'm just standing there. I can do something like this, right? There's a light in front of me in a mirror. Just to say I'm a professional singer, I need to know these. Can you show me where now? Show me. Up and down, up and down. Yeah, there you go. It's not tongue though. Make sure you clean it up. Watch it one more time. It has to be separate from your tongue, right? It's going to be just the palate up and down. There you go. Up and down, up and down. Yep, that's right.
That's hard.
Yeah, thanks tongue, but up and down, up and down. Yes, yeah, that's good. Yep, up and down. That's it. Up and down.
I gotta practice
think
that.
about it. Let's just try to get 2 more clean ones, and then we'll sing the yeah one more time. 2 more clean up and down. Okay, relax. Here we go. That. That's your drill. You have to do that a whole bunch.
Okay.
Like anytime in the car, if you're singing along with the track, you're like, hold on, stop, up. Do I feel the more you do it, you'll feel your palate go up and down. You have nerves back there to feel it. They're just not always as awake as they could be. I'm going to tell you that it's got to be related to what's going on in this ear, because just so you know visually, when your brain's like, how do I do it? There starts to be a tremor on the left.
I can feel it hard, like I can feel it deader on the left than it is on the right.
Yeah, and so any kind of spasm in the muscle is the muscle going from 0 to 150%. It's overshooting its target. So when you see that, when you're like, oh, my left face is starting to twitch, here's what that means. It means my left palate's not as good at moving, and so my face is like, I'll take over, and it starts to actually send a tremor into the muscle because it's trying to do the wrong muscle. I'm trying to use my face to compensate for my palate, essentially. So you have to look at it and go, hold on, if I start to get the twitch, I'm a little over the dose. I just have to practice, and I bet when you walk out of here and have a second, your brain's gonna be like, oh, I get it now. Show me one more time. Up and down. Yes. Yes, there you go. One more. Okay, try now. Yeah. There you go.
What's that middle note? The third?
That one?
Yeah, was that
That's a B to A.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So you get the rules, and just remember them. We can take full chest voice, thick fold, up to A, B flat, maybe B natural. So that tends to be episaggio in mixed belt quality. So to be like, I don't want it crashing in that area. I want resonance and not pressure. But truly, in terms of the general timbre of that, that's much more you to me, and much more what I want you warming up as a mixed belt quality. So the point is not to trap the sound small. The point is the flexibility of allowing a 5% nasality into it. And I think the easiest way for you to take away from today is just like, my palate has been stuck up. It has to be.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly, right. I mean, it's like, that's why I was asking like what you're doing vocally, because it matches the muscular assessment. Right. And to be clear, obviously in that world you need to be non-nasal, but it's just, it's good for you and I to need to be like, well, I'm a versatile singer. I don't want to be stuck as a choral singer for the rest of my life. If my goal was just to be a choral singer, we'd have a different conversation, but obviously that's not your goal. So to be like, I need to have stuff in my life to maintain the awareness of how is a mixed belt properly done, and this is the thing I want you to take away from today.
No, this is exactly, I don't know what I'm doing, with my life, just in
Oh,
general.
is that true? Okay.
But like, I
So,
would like
yeah.
to still be able to do stuff from time to time, but I don't want to stop working. But
Got it.
you know, like I want to keep. I don't want to lose whatever I had.
Do you want to still be a music theater performer?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I mean,
great.
like when things come up, I want to be like, yeah, I can still do it. Or someone
Yeah.
asks me, like when I did the concert I did last spring, I just remember being like, this is not my voice. Like I can fake it. I can make it sound like it's supposed to, but I am not feeling it.
Mm.
And it's not coming from me. It's like put on into my
Yeah.
body.
Okay.
And so it's been a long year, I guess, basically of trying to figure out like what is it? What's not in place? And I think some of it is just being lazy. Like I'm used to audition constantly. Like you're singing more when you're
Having a goal is sometimes helpful, right? Having something, and really a lot of that is having accountability. So just to say again, like, you know, if you ever want to get online, like we totally can
No,
do
yeah, that would be great.
because it's something that sometimes it's just like we don't have a structure in place, and then we're like, where did this month, year, life go? Like I just haven't been really doing it because I don't have something that's organizing of like I have to sing this piece at this thing, and then that's what brain plasticity is, right? It's having something where you're like, I have to be able to do this. But just to reflect back to you, I mean, it's obviously not gone. And as someone who's a fan of this side of your voice, I mean, I would love you to keep exploring that because I think the richness you have is so great in your mixed belt quality. It's like that's partly of your secret sauce as a singer is to have the ability to have that depth within these qualities.
Yeah.
So I think having a piece or two that kind of leads you that way is good.
Yeah.
Does anything come up as I say that? Is there a song or two that we could use today that would be like, here's a good song to test this with?
Well, I'm hoping I'm doing Jagged Little Pill next
gosh, cool.
year.
Great.
So I mean, we'll see. We'll see if the
Yeah.
but
We
duh.
could look at that material if you have it.
I do. I can share it with
Yeah,
you.
if you want